first of all, Nomono is a brand new brand.
Brand new brand.
Brand squared.
From based in Norway. So you'll be forgiven if you've never heard of them before.
What, heard of Norway before?
Norway. What's Norway?
It's really underground. You wouldn't have heard of it.
But yeah, essentially, the Nomono Sound Capsule, which we have in front of us here, is sort of like an all-in-one recording device that is especially good for on-location shooting, which is why we've chosen to use it today. And we thought we would just do like a normal review like we usually do in the studio, but it's not really what it's for. So we thought, why not go out and about? We've chosen to come to the brilliant Blancanero Cafe and just do some sort of general chat in a sort of busy, loud environment. And we've had quite a lot of loud noises in the background throughout this recording. We've got music playing. And I guess we don't know currently how it's held up.
Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's held up pretty well. Yeah. So like, what is it? Well, essentially, like I said before, it's 4 lav mics, which you can attach on using magnets, or there's clips. I'll play some sort of footage over this so you can get a better idea of it. But they transmit to this little cube here. And this is great because it means you don't need to take heaps and heaps of equipment with you. You don't even need to take a laptop with you. You can literally just take this package and press record, and boom, it starts recording. There is technically 12 tracks of audio being recorded right now. So we've got 4 on each of us here recording our voices, but there's actually 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So 8 more mics on the actual recording unit itself, recording the ambience of where you are. And this is brilliant because it means you can really sort of dive in and edit the sound how you want. The lav mics are also pretty good. They are, if I just look at the specs quickly, they're 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz of frequency response, and they're omnidirectional as well. So it's not too tied down to just your voice. It's going to capture a bit of what's around you. But the technology within the Nomono Sound Capsule should help separate the voice from the background noise, which is obviously what you want in a setting like
well, I guess
this.
obviously the point of this sort of microphone setup is to capture conversations and podcasts, so it makes sense that it's also getting people.
You do want a little bit of background mostly, because otherwise, why would you not just do it in a studio? Yeah, completely.
So you're going to get 10 hours of battery life on the unit itself, 20 hours per lav, but then something I've not spoken about yet is this little doodah here, and this is the actual sound capsule unit itself. And what you do is click that open, and there's slots for all 4 mics and the main unit, and they all go in there and charge. And this in itself has 15 hours of battery life. So if you're out and about and you've used up the 10 hours on that, and you've used 10 hours on here, you can put everything back into the unit and it charges it without having to go back home and maybe plug it in. There's 15 hours on there of extra battery, essentially, which is great. And obviously that also helps if, say, your recording is a bit longer than you were expecting, or you need to go somewhere else and you don't have time to charge. Obviously that is ideal. One thing I will say on the charging, in all honesty, is it takes a while. I was talking to you, Lucy, earlier about how I charged it for about 6 hours in the office with everything inside, and it only got and charged it from when I got home overnight. So in total, I probably did about 14 hours of charge. And even then, it was only just like at the sort of peak charge on the actual unit. And one of the labs was struggling to charge for some reason. So it's something to factor in. Because there's so much going on here, there's so much to charge. Yeah. It's going to take a while.
It's expected, considering how much power and what it's capable of. But it's definitely not something where if you're unprepared, you can just pick it up and go and record. It has to be something that's been planned.
Yes.
So you know everything's recorded for you just to go.
But still, I mean, from a design perspective, it's very portable. It's not too big. It's
not
quite lightweight.
too heavy.
And it's really cute. I think it's really cute. It looks like a cute little handbag. and I like it.
Carry that
and
around.
And I like these as well. Mine's pink. So, yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I like it.
On the actual unit itself, you do have a little user interface. It's not touchscreen, but there are buttons included, obviously. Currently, the unit itself doesn't have that much functionality. I can't actually find anything that these buttons currently do aside from assuming there's work in progress going on. And if you go on the Nomono website, it does say that the software is all in beta. So expect like more interesting things to come from that.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a piece of kit looking towards the future,
Yes,
you know, and I guess
100%.
a lot of it, because it is their brand new company, brand new kind of innovative products, then they're going to be building the future based on people's experiences with it. Yeah,
and we have seen with it is quite typical for audio brands when they release gear that can have updates, then they will basically take on feedback of people that have used
100%.
it and then incorporate that into future firmware updates. So
It's very early days.
We'll be excited to see what happens.
Yeah, if Nintendo can release a patch that makes Bluetooth suddenly a thing on your Switch
After 4 years.
after 4 years, then the future's bright for the Nomono.
Yeah, definitely. So you might be wondering how do you get the files off it? There's no SD card included, or SD card slot, I should say. The way it works is, so currently we're recording with our Wi-Fi, and the audio is going onto the main unit, and I think you get something like 15 hours of audio like files, I guess, on there. And then as soon as you go back home or you go somewhere with Wi-Fi, it automatically uploads that to the cloud service that Nomono offers. And you have 30 days to go on there, get that audio, and do what you like with it. There's also an option for a subscription service, and you get 12 months of this free of charge when you buy one of the devices.
That's a great price.
Yeah, and that's a great price. And after that, you do need to start paying, and I think there's a pro plan and there's 2 plans essentially, and it's quite good, to be fair. I've been on the desktop version, and there's currently a service that's in beta that lets you edit the footage, the audio footage directly from their software, so you don't even need to take it off and use Audacity or whatever you use to edit your audio. But yeah, like I say, you will need to pay for that after 12 months, and that is also in beta. But you can use that straight away, and you can even get people to you can send the file, share the link, people can come in and write notes on what they think. So it is pretty cool. There is also a phone app, but that is very basic. I tried it out yesterday. All you can essentially do is press record and stop recording with that currently.
Right. So it's not like you could use the phone as like someone could call in. Then again, it wouldn't be a way to
No. It's literally, it's just a way of pressing record. But it works. It's very functional. So that's cool.
A question for everyone, but I guess mainly directed to you, Rowan. Someone who is always manning our sound equipment and video equipment and things when we're doing things. Does the lack of any sort of SD slot or put any sort of concern or worry for you?
Yes, 100%. That was the first thing I thought when I saw. But one thing that actually sort of put that at ease is that if, say, one of the labs loses connection to the main unit, Nomono claim that you get 44 minutes of lossless audio that will save directly onto the lab and then before reconnects. So hopefully you wouldn't go 44 minutes without that, because you're hopefully going to have them all in the same area. But if saying that happens, there's 44 minutes of audio that will be saved. And I mean, I've not heard of that before. I think that's pretty impressive. Obviously, Rhodes labs have the option to save stuff onto the labs themselves if that happens, but I've never seen it that after 44 minutes, it will go back onto the unit. That's pretty clever stuff.
And do we know how we would know when a mic would disconnect?
Yeah, so on the screen itself, you'll see if one's disconnected. So they're all in red at the moment, which means they're all recording.
Handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, a bit of colour coordination, but that's good, because I know, we're not saying someone has to keep their eye on it, but those lights are pretty striking.
Yes.
So it should
glance over there and clock
well,
within 44 minutes, and you should be fine.
One thing you notice straight away though is that there isn't any. You can't actually see the audio. You can't see
you can't see
audio
the
playing, or
or
if it's cut out or anything like that, which is something that hopefully will come in the future. Because that would be obviously handy to see.
It'd be interesting to know actually if the mics adjust their gain based on the loudness of someone's voice.
Yes,
or so.
yeah. I believe they do.
Yeah.
And also on their sort of desktop cloud service, you can just click a button that says enhance.
Nice.
And I don't know if it uses AI or how it works, but it essentially just cleans up the audio
Just a
straight
bit of
away.
audio processing for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, basically.
Nice.
So yeah, that is basically what it is. We've obviously used it today. We're not entirely sure how it's worked out, but I've done a bit of testing before today. So far, I'm pretty impressed with it. It seems pretty cool. Obviously, it's gonna fill a niche because there's nothing quite like this yet.
Yeah, it's a trend that, again, every man and his dog's doing a podcast, but not every brand is thinking of the way, well, how can we just make podcasting not easier? It's what a lot of companies are doing, but just portable, just pop this in the middle of a room and just kind of go.
Yeah. And I mean, my main qualm with it is nothing to do with the technical side. Obviously, there's a few things we'd like to be added, but that'll all come in time, hopefully. The main issue I have is the price, something I've avoided so far. Obviously, like I say, you get subscription costs as well, but to just buy the capsule itself, you're looking at about £2,500, which is not cheap. And when you think about who this could be for, my first thing would be like, oh, this is brilliant for newbies. It's so simple.
People starting up, completely.
You just press record and you're off. But for £2,500, it's not really within the price range of
it's
someone
not.
just starting out.
But like you say, I mean, in future, obviously, with like additions to the firmware and stuff, maybe it will become more affordable. Maybe it's just because at the moment they're working stuff out as well. It's just sort of a prototype in a way.
Could it be in a way that if you spend, £2,500 on it now, you're essentially testing it out for people in a year or two's time who might buy either another version of it or it's a cheaper version of anything. So do you feel like if you were to buy this out of your own pocket, you are, again, is this value right now, to get it right now, is it something that you feel that is needed?
And I mean, so who's it for? Well, I'd say, one, people that can afford it. I know that's pretty obvious, but if you can afford this, go for it. It's great.
Yes, yeah.
If you can't afford it, don't
don't worry about it.
I don't know, but
It's not the end all or be all.
No,
is it?
don't take out a loan to get it.
If you're a bigger company, and particularly, if you've got for example, a social media team, a marketing team, a podcasting team, then absolutely, why not? It's really useful equipment.
Some companies, brands, businesses might be paying for the simplicity of the fact that even if you've never done any sort of audio recording before, you can probably figure this out really quickly.
To grips with it, completely.
And someone like a company like Q Podcasts, I mean, who are working with external clients and obviously need to get that equipment to them. This is so simple. I could definitely see Q using this quite a lot.
You're absolutely paying for the
unimposing, isn't it? As well, it doesn't. You don't necessarily look at this and freak out like, how the hell am I going to set up all these wires and these cables?
It's a nice experience as well. Opening it up for the first time, it all turns
when
on.
When you open it up, I was like, oh.
No, there's no on button. It just sort of comes on when you lift the lid. All of that is really nice.
It's very nice.
It is a shame we don't get any space age steam, when Darth Vader's helmet comes off, we don't get any of that.
Completely.
And I guess time will tell if it's the quality that's going to last or so as well. So if it lasts several years and stuff, it might actually be a decent investment for some
definitely
podcasters.
It's like we said, I mean, if it gets more affordable in future, then it will be more accessible to more people. At the moment, maybe like you say, like podcasting agencies and stuff might find this a useful tool, but beyond that, I don't know whether it's a beginner's.
No.
Sadly.
No.
It could be.
Not yet.
But just don't. I wouldn't advise going dropping $2,000 on something that you're not 100%. In general, anything. Just financial advice.
I guess the best comparison would be something like when the iPhone came out. That was quite expensive at the time. But nowadays, there's all obviously.
I mean, it's still not great, but it's better. And
there's
most
cheaper
people
iPhones.
have one.
Yeah, and there's cheaper there's an Android alternative. It's like an iPhone. So if you wait a bit, usually technology will become more affordable.
Yeah, there could be even the option where you can buy this without the lav mics. Maybe it is literally pop that in the middle of your room and it's just recording the side mics and things. Yeah.
Nomono, if you're listening, take all of this on board. That's pretty much it for today's special podcast. I hope you enjoyed this. We've never done anything like this before. Maybe we'll do it again.
Hope so.
Please let us know down in the comments wherever you're watching.
Yeah, just comment either no mono or yes mono.
Yes. I like it. But yeah, before we go, I just want to give a huge shout out to where we've been filming this podcast, Blancanero in Salford. Brilliant cafe.
Had a delicious chai latte.
We've had a
Can't
great
wait to
time.
tuck in.
Yeah, I've not even started
I've been
my
eyeing
croissant
up
yet.
my croissant.
Yeah,
I
I know.
regret eating mine on screen, to be
Salivating.
honest. I'm hoping this gets cut.
But it tasted good.
It does taste really
Yeah.
nice, but I don't know why I started
Yeah,
eating it on screen.
I hope we get to do some future because
Yeah, come back. Yeah.
you know,
If you
get to
wanna-
have croissants on cameras.
Yeah, but if you want to
Could
do
be
what we've
worse.
done and film a podcast here, then get in touch with them. We'll put links down below and on like all of our social and stuff, so you can find that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.